Did the US Congress actually just pass a bill that outlaws criticism of Israel, even reading Bible passages? Is this the most egregious violation of the First Amendment we've ever witnessed? It's called the Antisemitism Awareness Act. But how does it define anti-Semitism? Surely with a law of this magnitude it would tell you in the actual bill, right? It doesn't tell you in the actual bill. Instead it defers to definitions created by a group called the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. And this is where it gets interesting. According to their definitions, anti-Semitism includes applying double standards by requiring Israel to behave in a way not expected from other democratic nations, and comparing Israeli policy to that of the Nazis. Right, so criticizing Israel. It gets more disturbing when you learn that the IHRA, the group behind these definitions, has routinely been accused of conflating legitimate criticism of Israel or Zionism with anti-Semitism. Outlawed speech will include claims about Jews killing Jesus. So, Bible passages then. What are you talking about? None of that stuff's in the Bible. Yeah. It is though, isn't it? In the letters of Paul, which are regarded by historians as the oldest works in the New Testament, 1 Thessalonians 2:14-15, the Jews who killed the Lord Jesus. Similar claims feature prominently in the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and specifically within the best known Gospel, Matthew 26:57-68, where the Jewish high priest concludes that Jesus is guilty of blasphemy and asks the Jewish council what the penalty should be. They answered, he deserves death. This is all from a Jewish website, by the way. Now, I'm no religious scholar, but this isn't about whether the Romans or the Jews killed Jesus. It's about whether this anti-Semitism bill will outlaw Bible passages. And since their definition of anti-Semitism is claiming that Jews killed Jesus, and since such claims are definitely in the Bible, we can only conclude that yes, it will. A bad day for America's Judeo-Christian values, given that the former is banning key texts from the latter. Oh yeah, and if claims about Jews killing Jesus are set to become hate speech, they might have to ban the Talmud, because it's in there too. In Sanhedrin of the Babylonian Talmud, it says Jesus was put to death by a Jewish court for the crimes of sorcery and sedition. And similar claims also appear in popular Jewish folk literature. Other definitions of anti-Semitism, which under this new law will become illegal, include talking about Jewish power interests controlling the media, government or economy, calling Israel racist. Yes, that's actually in there. And accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nations.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
All of that will be outlawed. It will be illegal to say it in America. And you won't just get a slap on the wrist, you'll be federally prosecuted. Businesses and educational institutions will be hit with crippling sanctions. This is literally the imposition of European-style hate speech laws in the United States. Now do you see why so many conservatives are up in arms about it? It's a question I've heard so many times before. Paul, you're nearly pushing middle age. Alright, rude. How come you look 10 years younger than you are? Only 10? Well, it's not rocket science. It's called regularly moisturising your face and having a good skincare routine. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They help men start and maintain a skincare routine by simplifying the entire process. I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of all the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times a week exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin cells. An AM moisturiser with SPF 20, because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturiser to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Their products have made my skin look and feel healthier than ever. But you don't have to just take my word for it. They've got over 7,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers around the world. And because Tiege is sponsoring this video, they're offering you an amazing deal. Just click the link in the description to get 30% off your first skincare system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll also get 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are $20 value and are complete game changers. A silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. They've pouched it up all nice as well. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber because it just feels so soft and silky on the skin. Ooh, not gonna lie, that does feel nice. So don't wait any longer. Click the link in the description box down below to start your skincare journey today. Only 21 Republicans voted against this bill, with Thomas Massey being one of its chief critics, as well as MTG, who said the bill could lead to the arrest of Christians who believe the gospel that says Jesus was handed over to Herod to be crucified by the Jews. Matt Gaetz said the gospel itself would meet the definition of anti-Semitism under the terms of this bill. Imagine if Marjorie Taylor Greene had introduced an anti-whiteism bill or an anti-Christianism bill. She'd be laughed out of town. Federal law already prohibits anti-Semitic discrimination and harassment, so why the need for this new law? And why are they deferring to all these weird, sweeping new definitions of anti-Semitism created by this shadowy internationalist NGO? Why does an organisation which isn't even based in America and works with the UN, the Council of Europe and the EU get to decide what words come out of Americans' mouths?
We dare to stand up and say we don't believe in thought police. We don't believe that a bill should be brought to the floor of the United States House of Representatives, having not gone through committee, that has a reference in it to international organizations' definitions, literally in the statute, and then taking that international organization's definition, and then literally in the statute, representing and referencing the examples of anti-Semitic behavior.
Incredible how these two parties can't find common ground on anything except the need to send money to Ukraine and make criticising Israel a crime. One person who's been noticeably reticent to criticise or even talk about the bill is Ben Shapiro, but not so much his Daily Wire colleague Matt Walsh, who might be asking Candace Owens to hold the exit door open for him before too long. The vast majority of Republicans just voted for a bill to criminalise criticisms of the Israeli government. If the bill passes, you will be guilty of hate speech if you apply double standards to the government of Israel or accuse it of genocide. This is honestly one of the most insane pieces of legislation I've ever seen. Michael Knowles expressed similar views. At this rate, the Daily Wire is going to end up seeing more staff clear their desks than Lehman Brothers employees back in 2008. Apparently though, if you oppose the banning of criticism of Israel or Bible passages, you're basically in league with these people.
Over 30,000 dead! Over 30,000 dead! UNC are making win! UNC are making win! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Hey right-wing anti-Semites, are you okay? Haven't seen you around lately. It must be crushing to realise that you're on the side of the sick pronoun people and everyone in the West you think you represent is against you. Hopefully you learn from this and start to support Israel. Retweeted by Ben Shapiro. So, according to this galaxy brain logic, if you don't gleefully endorse sending billions upon billions of your hard-earned cash to help fuel Israel's endless wars, if you don't support hate speech laws which basically outlaw criticism of Israel, if you don't get fully behind legislation that authorises federal prosecution for reciting Bible passages, you're a woke, shit-lib, pro-Palestine, pro-BLM, far-leftist, anti-Semite who hates America. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.